Hey out there, it's Wakeangel2K1 again, and I'm gonna do another build video. But first I thought I'd talk about a little bit of my personal life. You see, yesterday while I was at work, I was talking with about amiibos to a guest, and he was giving me this weird look, this confused look. It was actually starting to make me feel a little bit self-conscious. I thought maybe I had a hanging booger or a weird stain on my shirt, but then he asked me if I was on YouTube, and it turns out that he was one of my fans. I'm sorry, man. I don't think I got your name. We only got to talk for a little bit, and if it looked like I disappeared real fast on you, that's because one of my coworkers came in to relieve me for my lunch break at that time, and I was kind of hungry, so I just went on my lunch break. But still, it was really nice to meet one of my fans in real life. It's only happened to me about 3 times before, so it's really cool to know that I only have about 5,000 subscribers, and given how they're spread all across the planet, actually getting to meet some of them in real life is actually quite a rare treat. You also mentioned to me that you took inspiration from me and made your own custom Omega figure using Bionicle joints and cardboard. I'd really like to see it. If you see this video, maybe you can provide a link to a picture in the comments. I'm sure my other subscribers would be happy to see it too. Okay, so that's enough about people I happen to meet. The real purpose of this video is this. It's a Sprukit of Mewtwo from Pokemon. I'm not really much of a Pokemon fan anymore, but sometimes the classic stuff can still manage to nostalgia me hard enough. Now, there are other really cool Mewtwo figures you can get out there, like the D-Arts figure is one that comes to mind right off the top of my head. But this is something you can get for only 15 bucks at any local Toys R Us. So, unlike the D-Arts, which is really expensive and usually has to be imported. So yeah, as you can see, this is a level 1 kit. So we're going to build this kit and see what it's see what's so special about it. Okay, so here we are on my little desk. It is upon this placemat with a map of the world on it that I will construct the Mewtwo figure. For a little bit of context, here is the LBX Spartan figure, I believe he's called. He's from that anime, the Little Battlers experience. And this was another level 1 kit. The character is about 4 inches tall and has about as much articulation as you would see on a typical $10 figure. And this was the level 2 Sarah Palmer sprue kit. She is about 5 inches tall, scales just about perfectly with the McFarlane Halo figures. And she has significantly more articulation. And for a little bit of completion's sake, here's the Rakasil Eleanor kit. She was the one I imported. She cost a little more. She's about 6 inches tall. I really should get around to making her review, but that's for another time, because right now we're building a toy. So once I open the box, you get the sprues. As you can see, this also comes with some stickers. There's going to be sticker decals here. And, we got 2 boxes, and here's the instructions. It's, I can tell right away that that's one of Mewtwo's thighs there, so this is going to be a fairly decently sized figure. So let me open up these bags and get the sprues out, and then we'll proceed to the building. Okay, so here's the instruction sheet opened up. There's no real mystery here, you're just making a Mewtwo. Once more, for context, you get a small sticker sheet, which will have some decals. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues, so not too many parts. One of the sprues even has some transparent parts which will make the figure stand. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to familiarize myself with the directions, and then we will get started on building a thing. Okay, so it would appear that the first thing to build are the arms, using pieces from the B2 sprue. Oh, and here's something really cute. Let's see if I can zoom in. The sprues have little Pikachu faces on the numbers. Okay, so first I need part B2. B216, that is. This one. Okay. Just like with the Sarah Palmer kit, the pieces come off the sprue very easily. Although sometimes there is just a tiny bit of flash left. That's why you want to use an X-Acto knife to cut the little piece of flash off. Okay, so that's B216 and B217. Kalukala. There's a ball. Alright. This is a simple snap together kit, so there will be no glue required. Yeah, look at that. Nice and simple. Even looks like we got some ball joints going on here. Okay. B214. Look at that. That does push right out. How does this... it looks like it goes on... Yeah, that way. And then you seal it up with B215. Come on. Okay, and you close it up. Yep. And there you go. See, look, you already got an elbow joint. It's a pretty nice, sturdy elbow joint, too. Okay. Then, B219. This is the hand. Mewtwo's weird three-fingered paw hand. And B218. I almost don't need the instructions. I'm just using them so I know the order of operations. Okay, it looks like... It looks like you're supposed to snap the ball on first. And then this part goes on. Yeah. It's a little bit... It's a weird thing you have to line up to make sure it goes completely in. This feels like something that I might have to glue later. And there we go. Oh, it's actually, oh, look at that. It's a ball jointed wrist that can actually go all the way back like this. Do I have to lighten the wrong part of the stage? I wanted it to be well lit, but now everything seems to be... You seem to be looking at the shadow part of it. Alright, so, that's an arm. And then the next part of the instructions is just to build the other arm. So, to preserve some time, let's just, build the other arm off camera. And there we go. 2 arms. Ooh, look at that. They can even pinch his fingers evilly. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, so those are arms. It seems that the next step is to make his legs. So let's make some legs. The leg parts come off of the B1 sprue. That's this one. Well, let's zoom back out. Okay, so B14. I always call these Mewtwo's drumsticks because his hips are so huge, his legs look like drumsticks. Okay, and B25. Yep, so yeah, slip one end into the other. These are much bigger pegs. Yeah, not like the hands, which feel like they're going to fall in half. This is a nice, sturdy construction. And yes, it does look a lot like a drumstick. Okay. And now this is... Mewtwo has a digigrade foot. Digigrade means that you stand on your toes. Us humans, we're plantigrade. That means we stand on our heels. And plantigrade is actually significantly more rare than digigrade in the wild if you think about it. Because, like, cats and dogs and horses and kangaroos and all those animals are digigrade. Yeah, I mean, how does this go? Maybe if I put this end in first. Am I doing this right? I mean, it's the right foot. Oh, I see. Okay. It feels like there's an articulation point here, but it's kind of hard to see how it's supposed to work. How is it supposed to work? I mean, There we go. There we go. Yeah, it slides in at an angle. Yeah, I mean, there's not much of a range there. Like, there he is standing, and then it folds back like this for when he's like hovering. So you don't get a huge amount of range from there, but it is enough to get his 2 iconic poses out of the way. And then there's B11, which this part looks kind of funny by itself. It kind of looks like a butt. So you give him his little butt toes, and now that is Mewtwo's leg. See, he has his little vestigial toe up here, and then his 2 main toes down here. And yeah, that is Mewtwo's right leg, to be specific. Alright, so let's build the left leg off camera, and then we'll have 2 legs. And there we go. Now he has 2 legs. I'm seeing why this is a level 1 build. It's not a very difficult to make figure, although it is a lot bigger. I mean, look, here are his legs already, and here's the other level 1 kit. Yeah, Mewtwo's legs alone are as tall as that level 1 Atlas figure. So, yeah. Okay, so we are going to proceed to the next part. According to the instructions, it should be the head. Okay, the head parts are on A2. That is this sprue. Gee, I wonder which ones are the head parts. Okay, so we take his face off, and this is where some stickers come into play. His eyes. Okay, now look. Don't those look like some most adorable little anime eyes? Well, the way the sticker's cut, a large part of the painted area is actually removed. So what's left actually is an angry looking Mewtwo eye. So we simply... forgive me if I'm not perfectly aligning this with the camera, but this is something that I really had to be able to see straight. Oh boy. Come on, come on. Oh boy. Yep, it's crooked. Okay, come on, come on. Okay, in you go. Good, good. Yes, I think that's it. Yes, yes. And, just for the record, the eye is sculpted in. Let's see if I can... See? The eye is sculpted in there. So if you wanted to be intrepid and do this with model paint instead of the provided stickers, that option is open to you. Of course, I hate having to paint, like, I don't know why. I think it's my brushes, but it's really, really difficult. It's really difficult to paint on these things. Like, the plastic is so smooth, the paint doesn't want to stick to it. And although they provide you with little grooves, like actually painting in those grooves can be really difficult to do because they're not really that deep. Alright, so you put the eyes on, and then here's the back of the head. Simply, whoa, that snapped into place very loudly. And now I have Mewtwo's head. I always like Mewtwo's design. Even if I never was a Pokemon fan, I still would have liked Mewtwo. I'm pretty sure that the people who designed Mewtwo took inspiration from Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, because Mewtwo does bear a strong resemblance to Frieza's final form. Okay, so now we're getting into the body of this build, which is the body. Okay, so for now we're moving this aside, and we're going to sprue A1, which has, whoa, this is, okay, A1 6, oh boy, yeah, there's always that one part that's anchored in at like 4 points, and it's hard to peel, well, 3 points, okay, oh, this is actually, from a different sprue, B2, okay, B212, this is a piece that there's only one of them. Well, makes sense because we're kind of. Oh, I see. This is the anchoring point for his tail. Okay, so wait, where does this? Okay, yeah. Ah, yeah, there it goes. See? Yeah, that way his tail will be able to move. And we're not done with sheet B2 yet. Oh, there's still some parts on here. Whoa, this guy. Look at that. He has vertebrae. This is like a spine. Let's see. Yeah, this is, oh, I see. This makes the anchoring point for his tail more stable. Yeah, this will prevent the tail from just flopping around loosely. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. There's actual mechanics in this articulation. That's really cool. Really cool. And B2 part 10. Not complete. There's only one part left in that sprue, and I'm pretty sure it's his external brainstem. That was always a really creepy part of the design, the external brainstem. Okay, so that... Okay, yeah. I see what they did there. Yeah, look, see? We just built, like, this whole thing. Ooh. Weird. Alright, so I'm guessing, yeah, the next part is A27, which is the other half of Mewtwo's torso, which will seal this mechanical construction that I put into place. Gotta make sure everything's lined up. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, now I don't have to worry about it falling apart when I do it. Okay. So that already looks like Mewtwo's torso. Okay, A2. It's another... That's yet a third sprue. A213. Okay, this is Mewtwo's chest plate. As you know, Mewtwo has a chest plate. I like the simplicity of Mewtwo's design. You know, it's there's no need. It's like the designers didn't feel a need to put on a whole bunch of bits and bobs and horns and stuff. Everything on Mewtwo is sleek and smooth and simple. Which makes sense. Like, Mewtwo actually does look like something that would be the ultimate evolved life form. After all, that's what he's basically supposed to be, right? Mew is the super powerful organism. Like, he's one of the original Pokemon with the powers nearing that of a god or something. I know, like, there actually is a god Pokemon. Like, I think its name is Arceus or something. But, you know, back in the original Pokemon game, Mew was supposed to be, like, the ultimate Pokemon. And they found a fossil of a Mew that they were able to get DNA from it. What am I looking at here? Huh. Yeah, they were able to extract some DNA from it. What is that? Oh, sticker application. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, they got a... The thing is, the fossil was they weren't able to get a complete genetic profile from the fossil, so they had to mix some human DNA in, and that made Mewtwo grow larger than Mew, and it was also extremely violent. Like, he destroyed the facility where he was created. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 And mm-hmm. Okay. There's some... They tried to make the cuts, but there's still a few points in the sticker. Yeah, see? Oh, well. I don't know why they couldn't just, I guess they didn't want to make that a second color. They didn't want to print a single piece of plastic with two colors. So, they just compromised by giving us a sticker to put on the one small part of the body that's a different color. It's a good thing Mewtwo has such a simple color palette. Because Atlas here, like, the actual in-game character is so colorful. And this one is almost completely stark white. The only different parts were his hair, his head crest, and his cape were red. And then he had those tiny little stickers to make his shoulder pads and his face. Yeah, that's... I mean, the level 2 kit of Atlas has accurate colors, but the level 1 kit, there is, like, no coloring on that. Yeah, but fortunately, the Mewtwo doesn't need a lot of colors. You can accurately represent his colors, because he literally only has 2. Okay, A13. Yeah. So what was it going? Like, Mewtwo was supposed to be like the ultimate life form or something? I mean, that's said in his stark simplicity. Like, it totally works. Alright, and it looks like the head. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Alright. And, it looks like a swivel joint, but, I don't know how they did it, but he also has some capabilities of looking a little bit upwards. And, yeah. Not bad. Okay. And this is the last piece from B2. We're putting on his brain stem. This is always the most disturbing part of Mewtwo's design, his little head handle. I mean, it looks... I mean, look at that. Look at that. It holds in place and moves along with the head. Doesn't constrict it. That's cool. I always figured, because his psychic powers are so great, his brainstem is actually separate from the rest of his body. Kind of creepy looking. Okay. Alright, looks like we're making Mewtwo's tail. Simple enough. We're simply putting 2 pieces together. Yeah, look at that. That was... Whoop. And then the base of the tail. Base of the tail. Again, 2 pieces. Kind of looks like a big old horn. Then you slide. There we go. And there is articulation in there. And then it slides onto his back. Yep. And look at that. That's what the stickers are for. When the tail is down, it's all covered. And then when you want to fold the tail up for certain poses, the stickers preserve the color so there's no loss. So it doesn't look like there's a cut there. At least that's the idea. Alright, now all we have to do is attach his legs. Yep. And arms. Oh, cool. Look at that. When you move his arms, they make his tail move. Cool. That's what all that was. Only moving the right arm makes his tail move. Or you can move his tail to move the arm. Yeah, look at that. Whoa. Let's see if I can do that one more time with a better camera focus. Look at that. That's awesome. I'll do a proper video focusing on the rest of the figure later. Okay. And so that's Mewtwo. Let's see, seem to be having a hard time getting him to stand. Let's see. Even if I have him leaning forward, between the digigrade feet that are curved on the bottom and that massive tail coming out the back, it doesn't really look like he can stand on his own. Looks cool though. Well, I guess that means it's time for the final part of construction. which is the transparent parts. Like I said, there's only a few pieces that are transparent. First is a stage, which has it looks like a Pokeball. And then this part goes on. And then there's one more piece. Simply slides on like that. And it's kind of like a cradle. You just sort of rest Mewtwo's crotch onto it, and there you go. He actually kind of hovers in the air when you do it that way. Okay, let's realign the camera. Yeah. Let's put a backdrop there. A backdrop to keep Mewtwo in focus, but also not to block out the light. Actually, that looks kind of boss. Ooh, that is actually really cool. Alright, so this has been the build video for the Mewtwo figure. I think I'll actually upload it in real time, because it didn't take too long. I think maybe once all this is cut together, it might be less than half an hour's worth of footage. Alright, so this has been Wakeangel2K1, expressing my latent Pokemon fandom with a Mewtwo build. Alright.